William and I are at our beloved handball court here in Worcester, Massachusetts, Camp Street, at the intersection of Cambridge Streets and Camp Street. The handball court that everyone is familiar with, who lives in Worcester or outside of Worcester. And that's the wall that they picture in their mind when they think of Worcester. They think of this handball wall that was built over 40 years ago. We're doing some patch-up work, and we have plans to paint the handball wall and fix up the floors. And we're looking forward, to continue to advocate for 4 one-wall handball courts here with fencing and lighting. Just like Green Hill handball courts, but better.
Yeah, a lot better. This location must have maybe 20,000 cars that pass here daily. Everyone sees this court. I mean, it's a former short 3-wall court. The walls come out another 5 feet, but it had no running space. It had, basically the outline was right where the lines, it just dropped. The asphalt stopped there and stopped at the long line. And that used to be like a moat for water. And it had a light pole right where that dirt patch is. So we used to back up and run into the pole. But believe it or not, we still had a lot of good games. One of the first courts that I really played at in Worcester competitively, back when I came here in '99. Quite a bit of people, you know what I mean, and we used what we could. But when we get to 4 courts here, it's going to be, a great spot to play. We're going to have a lot of youth activities in the spot. So we're hoping to start the youth to play again here, because we've had, this is where we had most of our youth tournaments anyway. But when they do the renovations, we're hoping that this is done like in phase 2. So it might take another 5 years. So in the meantime, we're going to make sure that this court's they get used. The backside, you get the sun really bad in your eyes. Right around from 2:30, 3 o'clock till 7:30. So it becomes basically unusable. So we try to put stuff up there. We're supposed to try to get a fence up there. It's kind of hard, to get up there with a scissor lift, coming on a ladder. It's a hard job. To break through concrete. And I try to put those holes in there, but it's a tough job. So we're going to do what we can. But as long as people are using it, we're going to be here a lot. So we'll come out good. We look forward to the 4 courts though.
Yeah, definitely, and we're gonna fix it up real nice and start, encouraging people to come out here to use this court too, as well as Green Hill handball courts, and teach the young players, the novices, and familiarize them, introduce them to the sport of handball. Handball is a great thing to do. It keeps you fit. It releases a lot of stress, a lot of anger. It's very therapeutic. It's something worthwhile to do, and it's not something to do, just practice your shots. It's good for drills, and it's economical.
If you're wondering why we're patching this one up, this one was actually made out of cinder block. And this one's probably built in the 70s, early 70s or so. And there used to be one, I guess, on that side. I never got to see that one. I think they had a court right where the pool is located, and then they put one here. That basketball is only about 12, 13 years old. But, we had a plaster that put a nice layer of plaster on it. It's supposed to be, just to last a couple of years, you know what I mean? But it's been 10 years. It's kind of like the way it works.
Yeah.
But, it held out. We had to paint it a few times, patch it a few times. But that's what it is. This is like a fiberglass mixed with kind of concrete. I'm just using regular patch-up, cement or whatever concrete. But that's why we have to do it. It's not poured concrete like Green Hill or like New York courts or concrete. So this is hopefully one of the last ones constructed like this, because we can't, really use them like this. We can use them like this, but they don't last as long. Surprisingly, this one lasts this long, 40 years or so. We gotta do what we gotta do.
And look at all the traffic that passes by. It's awesome. People get to see handball. People get to see a lot of handball here, and we want to fix it up, make it look nice. This is a busy street, just like Oxford Street Parks is located in a nice visible location, so we look to beautify handball courts, tell people about, you know, how to properly maintain handball courts, because it is the responsibility of Parks and Rec Department, the responsibility of DPWs, if some cities and towns use the DPW for park maintenance. And also, you know, for people that enjoy playing the sport of handball, to also take care of their courts and advocate for them.
Yeah, in most cases this wouldn't be normal maintenance, but this type of course it is.
This is what normal maintenance on handball courts is, whether it's patching up the walls.
Yeah, if you have this type of court, then you have to do it. You know what I mean? But you know, if you have like a regular court concrete, then you don't have to go through this.
And we use recreational resurfacing paint here. We also, you know, over the years since 2007. So this particular court gets a lot of attention because we love this court.
It's in a visible spot. I mean, you'll see once we get this fixed up in a couple of weeks, you'll see what it's going to look like again. And, you know, we'll probably try to squeeze out a tournament. If not, we'll just get something going, you know what I mean, again. So the next year we're going to be doing it. Like I said, it's not so much because the court is so great, it's really because it's very visible. So we want people to see our sport. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't see it, but this court has helped keep handball alive in a sense, because when you mention it, everyone always mentions Cambridge Street, but this is where you see it. Just like Calhoun's Park in Springfield. That's why we want to fix that, because the ones in Plainfield, although they're kind of better, they're kind of hidden. You know what I mean? They're kind of away, like 10 feet. And this one here, you know, it's an open spot just like Calhoun or the one on Oxford Street. But a lot of people don't see. They see Costello Park over there in Lawrence, but it's still in this section that's a little bit away from, you know, like Oxford Street.
Yeah, they see it when they get off the highway a little bit, but not too much.
It's still a good location, but I'm just saying, visible location, especially for New England type courts, because the sport struggles out here. You know what I mean? And it gets popular, then it dies down, it picks up again. We're trying to keep it to stay popular. You know, that's why we're working so hard.
Great job as always, William, and we still gotta do some finishing touches at the Southbridge Handball Court located at McCain Memorial Field on Henry Street. So we're looking forward to that tournament on Saturday, September 9th. It is free, open to everyone, and we want to encourage a lot of novices to come out and play and have some fun and fellowship with us, because we want to increase our membership. We want, you know, to take this a step further with NIHA Inc. and involve a lot of people that are like-minded like us and who want to advocate for handball. And also we want to ally ourselves with the World Outdoor Rec Ball players, so we get a lot of usage from these courts here in New England. Okay, Worcester. Okay, it's a beautiful court, and we're gonna get it fixed real nice. We're gonna redo the floors, we're gonna darken it. You know, unfortunately there's no fencing around the perimeter of the handball court, so over the years we have fixed it a lot, because a few years ago this used to have a very bad ledge, and you know, you have to like literally jump off the court just to get a shot on the side of the grass. But it's gonna look real nice, and it's fun to play a short 3-ball handball game here. It's just the other side's a killer. You know, during a certain time of the day, you don't get a lot of defense from the sun. The sun is right in your face when you're way in the back here. And you see what I'm talking about. So we're gonna fix it up, because I think it was last August this wall got bombed real bad, and one of the young men that live around here, his younger brother, they took it upon themselves, and we appreciate the initiative. They painted over the graffiti. So we're gonna fix it up real nice. We have a positive rapport with the Worcester Parks and Rec Department. So we're gonna continue our fight to improve the handball courts. And you see all the space that's here? This is where the other side of the courts will be. So can you imagine 4 one-wall handball courts in this location. Look at that. Nice single, two-sided for them, front and back. 4 one-wall handball courts here with fencing and lighting. This will be an awesome place to come and play racquetball. Awesome place to play paddleball, play small ball, handball, big ball, and one more racquetball. So, wow, that's why we're going to continue to say, hey, make sure this 4 one-more handball courts get built because it's already on the master plan, and we want to do an awesome job. It's beautiful. Right here, Camp Street and Cambridge Streets. It's a beautiful day. Look at William. He's got to get to the tippy top up there. And we're going to fix those antennas on the top. They're crooked because we had
Antennas?
Yeah, I call them antennas. It looked like a big cockroach over here. Una cucaracha handball court. Like a bug. Yeah, we're gonna fix that. It's gonna look nice today. It's a beautiful day, and we're here sweating away. William has a nice steady right hand right there.
Right steady what?
Right, steady right hand.
Not at all.
No.
And to be clear, I don't plaster, I don't paint, I'm not a carpenter, I'm not any of those things. I'm just a handball fanatic who's been living out here for 34 years, off and on, because I went to New York back a couple times or whatever. But, you know, it's really because I love handball that I make these efforts, not because, you know, I'm a carpenter or since I'm a contractor. I'm just a handball player, just like anybody else, just like the people playing in New York or the people playing in Toronto probably right now. You know, it's just because I love the sport that I do. It's not because I have some type of, you know, actually I'm not that good at some of these things, you know what I'm saying? But you learn to kind of do this and, you know, and work with other people that can kind of give you tips on doing this. But this is kind of like learning as you go, you know what I'm saying? You catch a hole, you use the wrong product, you come back and you use something else and say, okay, and then you look around and YouTube and all that stuff's great to try different things, but sometimes you learn by making mistakes. But I think it's the effort that always counts, you know what I'm saying? Even if you don't, you know, you're not a painter, because sometimes people feel like, well, I can't use concrete, or neither can I, you know what I'm saying? I'm just willing to try, you know what I'm saying?
You're doing a great job, William.
Remember, I weigh 280 and I'm going up a ladder. And I'm
¿Quién te manda a subir la escalera?
Because you're not holding it, you're holding it carefully. And I don't want you to get me falling down.
I'm not going to do that. Él está nervioso. Se cree que se va a caer como una plasta en el piso.
No, you're going to get that up. That's where we're going to go, all the lights.
All the lights, a million of them.
Yeah, when I fall.
I'll leave you, William. And we're going to give you some updates on the court. So we're going to make this court look nice. Real nice. Good afternoon. Enjoy your day.